Belal Muhammad didn't mince words when discussing his prediction for the upcoming Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena clash at UFC 322. According to Belal, Islam won't just control the fight, he might actually finish Jack before the final horn.
I mean, I think my mindset, I think Islam can finish him on the...
Belal and Islam share a strong personal connection built over years of mutual respect. That friendship was the only thing stopping Makhachev from pursuing the welterweight belt when Belal was champion. But once Della Maddalena took the title, the path was finally open for Islam to step up without crossing any lines. For Makhachev, the timing couldn't be better, a chance to make history as a two-division champion. Meanwhile, Belal prepares for his own crucial showdown with Ian Gary and Shavkat Rakhmonov just a week later, hoping to climb back into the title picture.
I mean, I think my mindset, I think Islam can finish him on the ground, for sure. And especially it's like, we saw it with DDP. If you never felt one of those Dagestani style wrestlers, like you don't want it to be your first time in the cage feeling it.
Yeah.
And Islam and them, they have a different feel. They have a different type of grappling. So for JDM, even in our fight, he makes mistakes on the ground. He does a lot of stuff.
Islam's longtime mentor, Javier Mendes, has been glowing about his fighter's transformation into a true welterweight. Mendes admitted that in the early stages, Islam struggled to fill out his new frame and maintain speed, but those issues have long been fixed. The coach described this new version of Makhachev as more powerful, more confident, and physically balanced than ever before. Mendes said the change wasn't just in size, it was in mindset. According to him, the Islam stepping into Madison Square Garden isn't just moving up in weight, he's leveling up as an athlete.
Watched him train, I watched what he was doing, and I was so impressed. And then he did his first sparring, and I was blown away. I was blown away how good he got, how well he adjusted to the weight. I was blown away. So I'm very confident in him, and regardless what anybody says, he's still #1 pound for pound in my eyes. So that's my guy, pound for pound #1, Islam Makhachev. And the new version of him is coming, November 15th at Madison Square Garden, and he will be the new welterweight UFC champion.
Veteran Dan Hooker, who once faced Makhachev inside the octagon, recognized just how bold this move is. He called Islam's decision to chase a second belt a massive risk, pointing out that even Khabib Nurmagomedov never took that leap. Hooker praised the courage behind the move, noting that Jack Della Maddalena isn't just another contender, he's one of the cleanest strikers in the sport. While Hooker hopes Jack holds it down for the region, he still respects Islam for daring to challenge himself in a way few fighters ever do.
Like, credit to Islam, like doing something that even Khabib didn't dare to try, which is move up a weight class. He's got his own problems. Jack Della's that's a big boy. I've stood next to Jack Della a few times, and you could chop off one of his legs and he's still not going to make lightweight. Like, he is a legitimate welterweight problem, and that obviously takes away a lot of Islam's advantages by coming in there and being a big lightweight, being a strong lightweight.
Ian Gary approached the matchup from a technical angle. To him, the entire fight boils down to one simple question: can Jack Della Maddalena stop Islam's relentless takedowns again and again? Gary acknowledged that Jack's striking is crisp, accurate, and polished, but if Makhachev manages to close the distance and establish control, things could get ugly fast. Gary emphasized that Jack's biggest test will be endurance, maintaining composure and defense for all 5 rounds against a grappler who doesn't stop pushing forward.
The fight for me really is, when Islam grabs a hold of Jack, how good has Jack improved? Because Islam is world class at that, and has been for probably his entire life, because of the way he trains and where he has come from. So can Jack stop that consistently, like he did against Belal? Because he did a phenomenal job against Belal of stopping that. But can he do that against someone who's just cleaner, more technical? On the feet, I think Jack wins it cleanly. I think he'll jab, switching stances. He'll have a bit more fluidity due to the fact that Islam's not going to be changing stances so regularly. So I think Jack can do it on the feet, but the question mark is, can he stop the takedown consistently over 5 rounds?
Alexander Volkanovski knows better than most what Islam Makhachev brings to the cage. Still, he believes Maddalena might just be the man to finally crack Islam's code. Volkanovski praised Jack's ability to stay composed under pressure, referencing his dominant performance over Belal Muhammad, where he showcased exceptional takedown defense and Composure. He believes that Della Maddalena's adaptability mid-fight and refusal to panic could give him a real shot if he can survive Islam's early control.
JDM is getting ready for Islam Makhachev. How dangerous is he for Islam? So he's going to be an absolute nightmare. You've got Belal, who's a wrestler. Look how we handle that. And you know he's a beast on the feet. Islam's not taking this one lightly. So him moving up, I still think he's a nightmare for a lot of the people in the division, but I think JDM can do it.
Max Holloway looked at the matchup from a more strategic point of view. For him, this fight is as much about intelligence as it is about strength. He praised Jack's fight IQ, saying the Australian's ability to adjust mid-fight is what sets him apart. Holloway has always admired fighters who think fast under pressure, and he sees that same instinct in Maddalena. On the other side, Makhachev is famous for sticking to his strategy with military precision. Holloway believes this clash between two high IQ fighters could become one of those rare bouts where every adjustment, every shift in momentum completely changes the outcome.
Where do you think that comes from?
Not doing their homework. I think people underestimate them because they're not doing their homework. If you're doing your homework, you better really look at this guy and go, damn, we're fighting pound for pound the number one. I don't care what anybody says. He's pound for pound number one in my eyes. I look at him as number one. I will continue to look at him as number one. And what I've seen in sparring, this first time I've seen him spar twice now.
When asked about Islam's training methods for this division change, Mendes explained that Islam is far more than just a wrestler. His foundation was built under the philosophy of Khabib's late father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, who always believed in complete martial arts training. He never wanted his fighters to rely on a single skill. Mendes said that's exactly why Islam's approach is so well-rounded. He's bringing everything to the table: striking, grappling, transitions, and cage control. Fans should expect to see a fully developed MMA fighter, not just a grappler.
Big mix-up with people. His father's plan has never been grappling. It's never been this. His father was a genius. That's a simple thing. Just grapple him. No, that's not a genius. His father, Habib's father, was a great man, great coach. He was better than that. So people understand he wasn't like a grappling, just grappling. That's because that's what he knew and what he had available to him. Because he was a great grappler, he was a great teacher, but he didn't have great striking. But now you go to Abdulmanap's gym and you see great striking coaches. You see Olympic medalists there. You see world champion Thai boxing guys there. You see everybody there. So they have a mix of everything. His father was never about just grappling. He was always about being the best at everything that was available and formulating the right game plan. That's father's plan. It's never been about grappling. So I'm letting it out. Father's not simple. He was a great man. He was a genius.
Expanding on Islam's mindset, Mendes shared that Islam is prepared to do absolutely anything to secure victory. He said Islam won't depend on just one strategy. He'll mix things up from start to finish. He'll pressure, strike, clinch, and take Jack down whenever the opportunity comes. Mendes said their goal is simple but effective: break Jack's rhythm, take away his confidence, and leave no doubt about who deserves the belt at the end of the night.
Well, he can. He can stand with anybody. Islam can stand with him. Whether we're going to box with him, whether we're going to kick with him, whether we're going to look to take him down, we're going to do it all. I mean, if Islam has to just stand with him because he can't take him down, then he'll stand with him, But we have to look for the openings. We can't just stand with somebody to stand with him. We have to look for the openings. We have to see what opportunities we can either open up or he gives us. That's what we'll be looking for. We're not looking to take this guy to the ground per se. We're looking to take advantage of whatever he gives us or whatever we force him to give us.
Mendes also revealed that when Islam first returned to camp, he expected him to look smaller after moving up in weight, but to his surprise, Islam came in looking much bigger and more powerful than before. He explained that Islam's work ethic has been non-stop since stepping into the welterweight division. According to Mendes, Islam now moves faster, hits harder, and looks healthier overall, making this version of him the most dangerous we've ever seen.
Well, I haven't been with Islam until training camp 3 weeks now, and when he came in, I looked at him. I was thinking we were going to be quite a bit smaller than Jack, but when I saw him, I said, "Oh, Safe, the coach, is put him on a good schedule, good workout schedule. I would see him run with vests, a weight vest and the whole bit, and he's put on the weight really nice. So I think Islam right now is about 191 pounds. You know, he's solid 191. So we're not going to have an issue with the weight. You know, jumping up in weight. He was, let's face it, he was a fairly large lightweight as it was, anyways. Okay, now I don't think he's a small welterweight. I don't think he's a big welterweight. I think he's a average size welterweight at the present time.
In one of Islam's newest training videos, you can see how locked in he is during striking practice. His focus is razor sharp. Each punch, kick, and movement is controlled with precision. The power behind every strike is obvious, but what stands out even more is the accuracy. He's not just throwing wild shots, he's thinking through every move. Fans who once called him just a grappler are now realizing how much his striking game has evolved. Speaking of striking, Islam has also been putting serious effort into refining his kicks. His training footage shows him landing clean leg kicks, heavy body kicks, and quick high kicks with great balance and timing. His coaches say the goal is to make his stand-up game more complete than ever. Islam's not focusing only on wrestling anymore. He's transforming into a total fighter who can handle any kind of opponent, no matter the situation. Islam's physical preparation for welterweight has been unique. Instead of lifting heavy weights, he's using creative bodyweight workouts to build endurance and raw strength. His training clips show explosive push-up variations, balance exercises, and quick movement drills. These routines are designed to make his body stronger, more durable, and adaptable for bigger competition at 170 pounds. It's all about functional power and conditioning, not just muscle size.
Третий заход, наверное, самый легкий, посередине. То есть, наверное, уровни, нет?
Сейчас они тоже попробуют.
Каждый уровень. Вот так, да?
Отдельные мышцы укрепляют.
Да, это легко.
Раз. А это вообще.
Ну, вот этот, который есть здесь, в самом краю, он нормально заставляет напрягаться.
To prepare even better, Islam has been sparring with a training partner who closely mimics Jack Della Maddalena's fighting style. Mendes explained that this helps Islam adjust to Jack's timing, footwork, and striking angles. The goal is to make Islam completely comfortable with Jack's rhythm before fight night, so nothing feels unexpected once the cage door closes. Islam himself has said that he's never felt more confident heading into a fight. After starting this training camp, he noticed major improvements in his timing, stamina, and overall performance. He said that everything feels right this time, from his cardio to his mental focus. Islam believes fans will see the best version of him yet when he steps into the octagon and proves he belongs among the best at welterweight.
Хабиб анонсировал твой бой против Мадалена за титул в полусреднем весе. И расскажи, как проходит твоя подготовка и видишь ли ты опасность в нем?
Подготовка проходит хорошо, только начали. Как раз только говорил, что на сборах были 3 недели, приехали. Опасность, конечно, если человек чемпион на какой-то вес, особенно у нас в организации, там таких проходных не бывает. Так что подхожу с максимальной ответственностью к этому бою и думаю, буду к середине ноября в хорошей форме.
Who do you think wins that fight between Islam and Jack Della Maddalena?
Well, first off, I gotta say, if I was Shavkat Rakhmonov or Ian Gary or somebody that is right there who's really worked hard to get there, I'd be pretty pissed. Yeah. Because, you know, this guy JDM just got the title, and then he's giving somebody else a shot at what I've earned the right to have, you know, which is the title shot. Like, give JDM a shot at, you know, give him one or two more guys. If he beats them, then give him somebody outside the division. But I would be kind of pissed. I would be kind of upset that they're giving this guy immediately somebody from 155 division. Now, I think it's a very tough fight for Islam Makhachev. Bigger guy, somebody who won the title from somebody with a similar style in Belal Muhammad. Mm-hmm. I do believe Islam Makhachev striking is a lot better than Belal Muhammad's, but their pressure, their cardio, their wrestling background, fairly similar. Obviously, I think one would be better than the other, but he's faced somebody a lot exactly like him. So I think it would be a tough fight for Islam for sure.
The MMA community remains divided over Islam Makhachev's jump to welterweight. His allies and coaches insist he's entering his prime, stronger, sharper, and more prepared than ever. His critics argue that facing bigger opponents could finally expose the limits of his wrestling dominance. Belal Muhammad's bold statement that Islam will finish Della Maddalena only fueled the debate further, with stars like Volkanovski and Max Holloway joining the discussion. Regardless of which side you're on, one thing is certain. UFC 322 isn't just another fight card. It's a defining chapter for two elite athletes rewriting their legacies on the biggest stage.